Hey everyone, this is Robert.
And this is Jessica.
With Exploring the Local Life.
Today we were going to talk about
our time that we spent in Pennsylvania, eastern Pennsylvania, in the Poconos.
And in Gettysburg.
So here we go.
All right, so the first place that we stayed at was in Gettysburg, and we stayed at the Gettysburg Battlefield Resort.
It's an RV resort by Travel Resorts, and
it is like right by the battlefield.
Yep. I took a quick run just a mile up the road, and I was actually on the park itself, although the entire area was part of the Gettysburg Battlefield.
Yeah, there are monuments all around, even as you're driving, just through most of that area in Pennsylvania, really.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So what can you do there? Obviously, there's the RV park, and there they have a pool, and they have a big playground, but we are right near the battlefield, so we went and explored it for the day.
Our typical way of doing these things is just one day we've been sitting for the last 3 days at the resort and said, all right, kids, let's go. So we jump in the truck and off we go. And we did a driving tour of most of the battlefield. We went to the actual visitor center, but we weren't going to pay the confiscatory rates to go into the museum itself. It would have been like $50-$80 just for us to go in before we talked food.
Yeah, but we went and got a map, and on the map it does have an outline of obviously where all the different monuments are and a little bit of information about it, so that way you can take your own tour, which we did. If you're not interested in doing your own tour, you can do one by horseback. They have like a horse and buggy. You can do a walking trail with a guide. There's a lot of different options out there, but us being the frugal people that we are,
we did it ourselves.
We did it ourselves, and it was really a wonderful experience for us and the kids.
And if you enjoy walking or running like I did, you can go out there anytime between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. and walk the battlefield yourself. It's really amazing to think of what happened there and why it happened and all the reasons.
We also went into the historic little downtown area, which is beautiful, but at the same time a little tacky tourist.
Well, it's the best looking tourist place you'll ever see, because it's original stuff. And all the shops, some of them are, very, hey, haunted battlefield tour,
or
which
get a t-shirt.
That's super tacky, but it's not like you're going to Florida to get the Florida shirt. No, it's really well done. The town itself, the old town, is very cute, and I'm not being condescending by saying that. It's really gorgeous. But all sorts of little restaurants, breweries, gastropubs, and of course our favorite, several coffee shops.
Yes, and we went to one
82nd.
Yeah, where they roast their own coffee beans and everything. And we got awesome ice cream for the kiddos too.
So wonderful time in Gettysburg.
That's right. And even though Gettysburg isn't actually anywhere near DC, we went ahead and took the opportunity to go there because we weren't sure if we were going to get another chance during our trip on the East Coast.
So we just shot down to Maryland and got on the metro, popped out in Chinatown, and then had too far of a walk to the mall.
Just kidding. It was a long walk, but it was really great. I mean, the kids actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we went to two museums, the Museum of Natural History.
Went to the Museum of Natural History, and then just across the mall, we went to the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum.
The Museum of Natural History was not, it was a little overwhelming. So we were there just for a very short amount of time.
Yeah, it was totally mobbed. And we're talking late May. I mean, school hadn't really let out, but it was a madhouse. Yeah. Yeah,
it was. So we just spent a little bit of time there. I'm sure that it's a really great place to go, but we just went in and got overwhelmed quickly.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was expecting when I went there either. It's extremely educational. It's a lot of dead stuffed animals.
Yeah, that is a little disturbing. So we went across the lawn.
Over to the National Aviation Museum.
Yeah, and Robert got to totally geek out. Yeah. Although not totally, because we have two small children.
Yeah, and they have a limited time span.
Yeah, so we had to split up, which we do a lot of times anyway. That's not the point of all this. But anyway, we went, and it was a great time.
Now, you may think we only hit 2 museums, and wow, why would you go to DC and just go to 2 museums? Our kids have a really short timer, and we respect that timer.
So the very next place we went to was the Pocono Mountains, and we stayed at Timothy Lake South, which is a 1,000 Trails RV park.
Yep. It is up in the Poconos. I mean, you have to go around and over and up, and then up the hill and up the hill and up the hill, and watching the temperature gauge.
And as the roads keep getting narrower and narrower and narrower.
Yeah. But that's the thing about us. We are really enjoying getting out into the countryside. We're not interested in really being near any supposed attractions.
Yeah, we kind of go where the RV park availability is and then explore from there.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. I mean, didn't know what to expect at all, and it was just gorgeous.
So since we didn't know where to go, we had to do a little bit of research, and since we are the frugal RVing folks that we are, we looked for free places. And we went to Kettle Creek Environmental Center. It is free. You go in, and the actual environmental center is probably a little bit more geared towards children. There has to be hands-on displays. But they have hiking trails all around the environmental center, and it is just beautiful. It's just wooded hills and a nice, safe, clean hiking area.
Fantastic time for a quiet walk. I mean, solace in the wilderness if you want it. And it's just beautiful from ponds and streams to ancient rock walls that farmers in the area put up.
Yeah, it was a really great experience for us and for the kids, and all ages. So definitely recommend going there.
And as we normally do, we after we find a place, we just start driving to enjoy the countryside to get a feel of what it would be like to live there.
Yeah, it's exploring the local life. We do like to do things like the locals as much as we can.
Yep.
And actually, on the way home from that place, from Kettle Creek Environmental Center, we ended up finding the old mill, Scioto. I'm sorry, we don't know how to pronounce it.
We didn't ask people in Pennsylvania how to say it, though.
We didn't ask. But anyway, it is the old mill, and it was amazing. It was from like the mid-1700s, and it used to be a log mill. So they dammed up a little bit of the lake so that they could divert the stream, and then that's right, not lake, the stream, so they could divert the water to run the mill.
So the old mill, fantastic structure. You look at it today and you could get it working, no doubt. I mean, the water was still being diverted into the mill and then back out, and the structure was just an excellent place to teach kids about how things worked back then, how they work now. Even the bridge that's right at the mill is a lesson in itself in how it's constructed. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing. Anywhere in Pennsylvania, it seems that you're driving, there'll be some sort of plaque or like a really old building. It's just the amount of history there. It's just amazing. So the very last place that we visited was the Delaware Gap Recreation Area.
It's administered by the National Park Service, so it's generally free, but there are some places that you might go, some local things like Bushkill Falls that may have an entry fee.
Yep, and we recommend going to the headquarters because they will tell you exactly where you have to pay and not. We tried looking online and we still found the information confusing, so we asked them and they said here, here, and here is free. Don't go here. That's
and besides headquarters, there are a couple other visitor centers that you can check out as well. So but go there first. Don't just go.
Yeah, because there's so many areas to discover. We decided on going to Dingmans Falls, which is actually Dingmans Falls and also the Silver Thread Falls.
Very, very much
perfection.
Yes, lots of character.
Lots of character. It's a boardwalk hike, so it is accessible to all ages.
Wheelchair accessible, kids,
strollers, whatever. So
come on down.
Yeah, it is absolutely wonderful. And if you feel the need to climb all the way up, or not all the way up, but pretty high up to the actual Dingman Falls, which is a larger waterfall, you can do so. They provide you these nice steps.
Yep.
They go on forever.
Not 240 steps. I read somewhere 240 steps, but it was more than that. Maybe I just misread it or whatever. But we made it. Even the kids made it. Well, I carried Nadia up.
Whatever. We made it.
Yeah, we made it up there. It is a good view from there, too. Just if it's raining and wet, you watch your step.
Right. But we highly recommend going to that area if you're going to be in the Pocono Mountains. So.
So the Pocono Mountains region of Pennsylvania, we really didn't go there with any expectation, but we were blown away. It's one of those things that you're driving by, it's like, oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, look at that stream. Oh, that valley.
Yeah.
And the deer around there are like pets. They just hang out in people's front yards.
They're just everywhere.
They're like, who are you looking at?
They're like, hey guys. They're just like dogs in people's yards. It was wonderful.
So we definitely enjoyed our time in Poconos and Gettysburg area.
So thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope that you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you for supporting us here and on Patreon. Thank you so much to our patrons.
And on this rainy day in New York, thank you very much.
See you guys. Bye.